So, should you summon on the new Halloween Toshiro and Momo banner that's going to be coming out pretty soon on the 16th? And it's a mid-month banner. In reality, you should, for the most part, be skipping this if you are trying to be efficient with your orbs. That's the TLDR. Let's get into the little bit more detail. So we're going to take a look at the characters in depth again after giving it some time and having time to think about it, and you're not so excited at the fact that we got a Halloween remake character that is Toshiro. I'm not sure if they had a Halloween Momo like this or not prior, but he is one of the characters that I wanted remade as a more modern version. I was kind of hoping to be end of the month, like an end of the month character, because that would then his character strength would have been a lot better in my opinion, and that would have been cooler. But he's still pretty good. So we're gonna take a look down here at the character himself again. All attack types are range strong attack, and all attacks have freeze. And his strong attack 3 is a status element trap, which it's pretty good. Strong attack recharge time is minus 12% max. Havoc 20%. That's good. Damage inflicted at full stamina is plus 20%. That is also pretty good. So if you're a person who likes, to do full stamina damage links or, for the link slots, that's a good skill to have as the innate. Weakened duration, minus 100%. That means he does not have a complete status immunity or a shared complete status immunity, which in my opinion kind of holds him back a bit. If you scroll down here, he has guard break and hit hidden enemies, so you don't have to waste a skill or like a skill you get from the link slots on hit hidden enemies, or an accessory on hit hidden enemies. So that is definitely very good. He is also a guild quest character with killer effect plus 30%, but 50% in guild quest, and range damage plus 10%, 30% in guild quest. Although, based on what I've been hearing with how guild quests have gone lately, they've made it not worth doing as much, especially on the harder difficulties. From what I understand, you get the vast majority of the orbs at the from doing your run on the second hardest difficulty, and then you get like a quarter of the amount. I don't know the exact amounts. You're getting like a third or a quarter of the amount of the total orbs on the hardest difficulty, and the hardest difficulty is actually pretty dang hard. Especially since they nerfed it where you can't nuke past like the waves. They actually, in between the waves, they have an immunity where they're basically immune to everything for a little bit. So you can't just wipe them multiple waves of enemies. Because basically that was what was happening earlier, where you'd get a like a very powered 5 out of 5 character like Thousand Year Blood War Yamamoto when he first released. And then you would go to nuke, and you'd nuke through pretty much all 5 waves in like a second. That's how powerful that was, and how easy guild quests on the hardest difficulty were back then. But they made it harder, and they nerfed the rewards of guild quests. So this character, in my opinion, as a guild quest character, unless you just actually like doing guild quests, it seems that it's not actually, or may not actually be worth summoning for just because he's a guild quest character. If you were doing guild quests for the rewards, I'm not sure, because I haven't seen anyone do the math of how much less orbs you get on average per month. Because if you're not able to do the hardest difficulty, you're going to be missing out on orbs there. And in addition, from what it sounds like, you're not getting you're getting less orbs unless you're at the S rank tier of there. So if you're not at the S rank tier, you're getting less amount of orbs than you would in a month period if you were compared to the previous update. Like you could have been like, from what I understand, even like the lowest ranks and still be getting a relatively good amount of orb sources, but now they made it so it's only at the S rank tier. So yeah, if you're not at the S rank, probably not worth summoning, unless you just like doing guild quests and that's the game mode you like doing. Obviously, then go ahead. But like if you're going for efficiency and the reason why you did it for orbs, and you'd get some of those orbs back from there. If you're thinking about quitting or stop doing guild quests because, for whatever reason you just came to that conclusion, probably not worth summoning on this for because he's a guild quest character. But he also looks like he's a pretty good PvE character, so using a non-guild quest area, looks like he's still pretty good. I mean, he has status ailment, spiritual pressure boost 80%, damage to frozen enemies plus 40%. He has only frenzy plus 1, but that makes sense because he's not an end of the month character, so he's not going to have some of the more crazier skills, in my opinion. He also has damage inflicted at full stamina plus 20%. So yeah, overall, I'd say he's a solid character. I'm going to be summoning for him just because I wanted a remake of this character. So I'm going to hopefully... I'm going up to 3 steps. If I don't get him then, I'm going to wait for him as filler. I'm going to be real with you. It's not worth something you would want to go deep in just for this guy. I mean, if he's your favorite character, by all means, do what you want to do. And go deep as you want, but... end of the month is about 2 weeks away, so I'm going to wait till then to see. Like, I'm just going to summon on that banner. Unless it's really bad. I don't foresee the end of the month being that bad. I expect it to be some kind of a limited banner or a premium banner, like 1,000 Year Blood War or premium. Maybe a seasonal. But we've got, back-to-back seasonals? Halloween. I'm leaning towards premium for end of October or 1,000 Year Blood War now, because it's 2 back-to-back seasonal banners. But for the attack, for Momo, we got attack type is melee strong attack, and strong attack 2 is a heal plus barrier, which is pretty good. And someone did point out that Momo seems to just be a farming character nowadays. Anytime they make like a Momo, chances are she's going to be some kind of farming character. So we're going to look at her soul trait. If you are a person who likes the 30% full stamina damage links, damage inflicted at full stamina 30%, yeah, she has it. So do keep that in mind. She has medic, read all affiliation dodges, and sprinter plus 1. And if we scroll down here, she has multi-barrier plus 2. So she's going to get the plus 5 barrier for her and plus 3 for her allies. Damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment, plus 100%. So initially when I was first thinking, where's the Pierce Iron Skin? But she's not a super potion character, so that should be, for the most part, irrelevant. She's a plus 10 potion character and 30% droplet character. So she shouldn't have to go up against enemies that have like Iron Skin. So this is actually pretty good. Damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment. Assuming you're running a team of her or of characters that are not inflicting enemies with status ailments. So like if you do a room full of Momos, you're probably going to be fine. Because you're 4 barriers, so you're going to have your multi-barriers up a lot. You're going to be healing pretty frequently. And you're also going to be getting the benefits of the plus 10 potions and droplets. In addition, depending if you equip her with, droplet increases or mind potion increases, boosts for link slots, or not link slots, for link soul trait characters, then you might get even more than that. So that could be like really beneficial. But other than that, she also has guard break and heart attribute character, strong attack damage plus 20%. She's a solid character. She's a solid farming unit, in my opinion. If you're looking for droplets and potions, because plus 10 is a lot better than plus 5. So let's scroll down a bit, and we're going to take a look at the banner overall. The banner itself, in my opinion, is I like it better. And even though the fact that I have most of... Wait, no, I think... Didn't I say I'm missing like 4 of these characters? I got a good amount of them. I want to say I have like 5 of the 9. I want to be 100%... Or I want to be accurate as possible when I make this statement, because I'm pretty sure I looked at it before. So yeah, 2 missing here. And obviously I don't have the new character. So yeah, I'm missing 4... 3, 2, 5. Yep. So I got 5 out of the 9 characters that are going to be in this banner. What that means is, there's a good chance that I'll get a new character if I, go to the third step on the guarantee. Now, there's also a good chance I'll get a dupe. But even if I had most of the like the characters here, like a little, even beyond like the 5, like let's just say I had like all the featured characters, I like this better because it matches what's here. So for example, when I'm doing for example on the Burn the Witch banner that we had with Halloween, Ninny, and Noelle, the fact that they're all premium, I don't like that. I like when seasonal characters like this have seasonal filler. I like it when limited banners like Thousand Year Blood War have Thousand Year Blood War filler. Because when you're summoning on those banners, I'd rather get filler for those limited banners. So, like, I would have rather, for like that Burn the Witch Halloween banner, I would have rather have some of the Burn the Witch filler. And other seasonals. If you didn't want to do Burn the Witch characters because you're doing a rerun banner of the Macy, Bruno, and who was it? Balgo or something his name was, I think. Put some other seasonal characters in there. That would have been more appealing to me, or at least mix them up so it wasn't complete premium. There's some pretty good premium characters in there. So if you would have took the 4 really good premium characters that were in there, and then the rest of the filler were seasonal, I would have been more okay with the filler in that banner. So that's just a personal preference. Some people really like the filler in that, and that's fine. Not saying you're wrong or I'm right or anything like that. It's shocking, I know. It's the internet. If you don't agree with me, you're an enemy kind of situation that a lot of people like to go to right away when there's disagreements. Now, I am going to probably, like I said, go to step 3. I do think this banner is overall not worth summoning for. Like, if you're just trying to be orb efficient, not worth summoning for. If you see a character in here that you really like or have been wanting for a while, like, for example, this Ichigo. Like, if you were looking for this Ichigo, or maybe this Chad as a Link, or maybe you're a big fan of Aizen or Gin, or maybe you wanted one of these 2 waifus that people go for when they just throw tons and tons and tons of money at the game, chasing their favorite female characters. Either way, not worth summoning for, in my opinion. Yes, these 2 characters are cool, but, well, he's definitely cool, and she's just Momo. But they do provide, like, her skills as a farming unit. If you don't have a character that has plus 10 mind potions, I don't even think that they have had that many yet to go through multiple, unless they decided to stack up one of the same attribute, which they might have at this point. If you do not have what her farming, heck, even if you do, if you have two plus 10 potion characters and you're doing inheritance runs with this, and you have 2 heart ones that give you plus 10 potions to mind, that's 20 instead of a typical 10 on top of any other links you might have in there. So yeah, I'd say if you're trying to build up keep up on the farming, do a little summons on here. Might be worth it just because of Momo, but the other characters are kind of like meh, in my opinion. I'm definitely summoning for him, but if I ended up pulling Momo, I would not be disappointed because of the potion aspect. But yeah, my goal when I do summon is because I wanted this character as a remix. I thought the character design looked pretty cool. And that's pretty much it. Let's take a look at the actual rates. So it's 4.5% to pull one of these characters here. 1.5% to get in the other percent. That means potential premium and other seasonal characters. If you were to pull a 5-star and you do not pull one of these characters, just keep in mind that it would not have been you would have gotten a 4-star at that point. I know sometimes when you're summoned you get a 5-star and it's some other percent character that you don't really care for. And in fact, sometimes it's happened where you pull the other percent and it's a duplicate of the same character in the same multi, or sometimes even back-to-back multis, where you pull the same exact character in the other percent, which is actually pretty freaking rare to do something like that. But it has happened. And you're thinking, with how bad of luck that was to do that, like the odds, I'd rather have just pulled the new characters, because it's actually pretty rare. So, to go to step 3, you're going to need 600 orbs, it looks like. So it'll be 350 plus 250, 600 orbs. If you wanted to go to step 6, it's another 600. And then if you go to step 10, that is 500, 700, 850. So 1450? Is it really 14? No, it can't be. No, 1,200. So it'll be what? 600 plus 600 would be 1,200. No, it'll be 2,000. Yeah, 2,000. A little over. Orbs. I think it's 2,050. Because if it's 850 plus 1,200, yeah, it'd be 2,050 orbs for 10 steps. So you're saving like 150 orbs from a typical thing. However, if you do go to 10 steps, you will get one of these 2 characters guaranteed. You don't get to pick. It's just going to pick one of them. And if you go to step 20, it'll do the same thing. You don't get to pick, so you could theoretically have dupes of the same exact character. However, if you go to step 25, you can pick the other character. And that's assuming you don't pull those 2 characters as you're summoning on any of the other steps. I mean, look, you're going to get 2 guaranteed 5-star characters featured on steps 3 and 13, 6 and 16. So that's going to be 4 plus 2 more here. That's going to be 6. And then on step 25, that's the 7, and you're guaranteed that. So overall, I like this type of the way they do this. Sucks that they don't do it on end of the month banners and it's only on the mid-month banners. Probably a way to incentivize people summoning on mid-months, honestly. Because I bet you without this, most people would just do steps 1 and 2. But they throw the guaranteed 5-star featured character on step 3. That's an extra 250 orbs people will spend on mid-months just to get that guaranteed. Especially like me, they want a character like this, but they don't want to go too deep. So, TLDR. If you skip to the end, and you want to know, it is not worth summoning on this banner if you want to be efficient. If you're summoning for your favorite character, go ahead. If you're summoning for a specific potion character like this character, go ahead, because she does provide plus 10 potions, which is pretty good, especially if you need a lot of potions and your goal is to like T20 or T10 every single character in the game that you have or that you're able to. Obviously you're going to need or want to have as many of those potion characters as possible to speed it up and to be more efficient that way, assuming you can pull her. But overall, better off saving for the hype banners, because we're going to have an end of the month banner that's probably going to be pretty good. End of the November is also probably going to be pretty good. But once you get in December, if you do not have at least several thousand orbs stockpiled, you're going to probably have to choose between Pulse Selection around December 25th, which is going to have some of the best premium and seasonal characters. And then you have End of Year banner, which is usually one of the, I'd say, top 2 or top 3 banners of the year. It's definitely in the top 5, but it's usually around spot 2 or 3 with how good the banner is every year. It's that good, so you're going to want to have orbs for there. So spending too many orbs on this banner might mean you have less orbs to spend on those banners. And that is why you're better off skipping. These characters will definitely appear as filler at some point. That's what usually the mid-month premium and seasonal characters are. It's, there for the people who want to collect their favorite characters, but also there as they can chuck them in at filler at some point. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.